Hey, One Tree Hill fans, thanks for being here. Always appreciate you coming back. And hi to my new subscribers, my old subscribers, everybody. Always appreciate a stop by, roll through, roll by, whatever we calling it. So today's episode is 12 of season 2, between order and randomness. A lot pops off in this episode. Once again, the podcast was so much fun. And I'm going to say it again. I really feel like all of the connections that they make on each episode is just so interesting because they do have insight, but at the same time, I mean, they bring up things that I just never really would have made the connection on. Like, it's just, I do have to wonder, like they do, did the writers do this on purpose, or was it just a happy accident? I don't know, but it's great. So I'm going to jump into this episode and see what I think this time around. Got to love Karen making Lucas's life hell. I love it when he's like, it's my life. And she says, well, if I'd been that selfish at your age, you might not be here. Boom. Checkmate. I always find it so hilarious that Brooke's first job was at a crab shack in the crab suit. It's like, out of all the jobs in the world, I would never have expected her to work there. I would have expected her to be like in a mall at a clothes store or something. I mean, I remember back in the day, you didn't really need, experience for retail jobs. I mean, Dan is just like, Keith slept with Deb. The way he says it is so childish. It's like when he tells Lucas this, it's just like, so that makes up for you, like, literally catfishing him, or just completely screwing, just setting him up with Jules. It's just so gross. But it's interesting how he just turns that around and he's like, oh, I don't know what she's still doing here. I just couldn't do that to my brother. That's why I gave him the job out of guilt. It's like, none of this is making you sound any better. Just so you know. Just so we're clear. I'm just going to say it. Taylor is such a bad girlfriend, friend, female, sister. It's like, she's just bored with her life, so she just wants to create chaos in others. It's so crappy. Kind of love that Karen invites Andy to stay over. It's so cute. And then Lucas is all like, if you need anything, PlayStation, clean underwear, check the garage. It's like, he's just like, checkmate, Mom. I know where you put all my stuff. When Dan Scott says, I promise it isn't another opportunity for me to rip my brother apart, I promise. You know he's lying. We know he's lying. Lying like a rug, man. And he says it so convincingly. Oh, it's just amazing to me that Deb believes it, though. I mean, after everything. I hate that Haley's always, like, almost tempted by Chris. But then it's like, I really think, honestly, with her, it's more like the musical business side of it. I really have always felt that. I mean, she might have been tempted, but I feel like when she did kiss him, though it's still, I hate that she did, but I feel like when she kissed him, that was just kind of like it. She was like, okay, yeah, there's nothing here. This really is just the business side of it. I hate that she's lying to Nathan, though, but I get it. I like the friendship that Anna and Lucas have. It was pretty natural, kind of like him and Haley. But of course they had to like, oh, I kissed Peyton. And he's like, I'm picturing that. And then she's like, don't be a guy, such a guy. I second that. It's so hard because seeing Keith, because he's so happy with Jules, and I love that, but like, I know what's coming, and it's so hard. My heart. Oh my God, Taylor is so frustrating. Like, I love the like drama that she brings to the show, but it's like, it's so crazy because it's like, I keep thinking, just, you know what, Nathan, just tell Haley, just get that out from over your head about you and Taylor sleeping together. It was a long time ago. It sucks. It is weird though. It's so weird. The whole Lucas confronting Keith about sleeping with Deb thing is like I get why Lucas is mad, but at the same time, I'm like, dude, you're a kid. I mean, I know you and Keith are like tight, But it's like he's like, I won't keep secrets like that from you again. I'm like, dude, you're an adult. He's a kid. That wasn't really his arena, I guess. But then I'm like, on the other hand, I'm like, I mean, I guess I understand why Lucas expects to be told about these things, but it's just like, dude, come on, Lucas. You've done shit that you aren't proud of either that I highly doubt you'd want to tell somebody. So, whatever, man. I don't know. It's just such a catch-22. It's like, did Lucas really need to be told about all that? I mean, I don't know. He's just acting like so like I should be told everything. And it's like, not really. Though I do enjoy that Lucas is so cool with Andy, because that's kind of a weird situation too. And then of course we have Dan like basically telling Jules to come to dinner and being like, oh, it was my wife's idea. Lies, lies, lies. I just want to say I give so much props to Nathan for telling Haley, just fessing up and saying it. And I just feel so bad for Haley because I cannot imagine how weird that would be and how awkward and how uncomfortable and just like, ew, like, I mean, I just could not. That is some Jerry Springer shit right there. Oh my God. When Chris like IMs Haley and Taylor's the one responding, and that's how she finds out that Haley kissed Chris. I hate that she got that information. I gotta give props to Haley for like grabbing her sister, although I kind of wish she'd hit her because let's face it, Haley gets real good at hitting people later on in the series. It sucks that Taylor knows this information because now she has leverage over Haley, which it's just, I just want to forget about that crazy kiss with Chris. It was such a mistake. Gee, I guess Keith should have come to Lucas and had that heart-to-heart a while ago, because now at least Lucas is thinking about taking the test. I love the little court, b-ball court heart-to-heart that Lucas and Nathan have about him telling Haley that he slept with her sister. It's so cute because it's like, it just shows how much progress Nathan has made, and I love how much he loves Haley. Oh my God, though, it kills me when he goes home. He's like, I want to be honest with you because I know how honest you are with me. And she's like, the things in our past don't matter, right? It's like, oh, man. Her sister was right, though. You can't get mad at people about having a present, especially when you are past. When you have a present, it's like, Haley, damn. Oh my God, when Jules and Keith, before they even get in the house, she's like, promise we can talk later. And he's like, don't worry, we'll have dinner first and then we'll see if you're still talking to me. And she's probably thinking, haha, you mean that might be the other way around. When Jules starts coughing after Deb told her that Dan made dinner, not her. And and Dan just has this sly smile like he put something in the food. Oh my God. When Deb's like, Jules, Keith and Deb have a very close relationship, very loving. Hopefully we can carry on the tradition. Ew! What is that, you freak? Okay, Anna's plea for Lucas to take the heart test is probably the best. That was the sweetest. And it was just like a really good point. What if it was your mom doing this? Would you be okay with it? Check. Good point, Anna. Come through, Anna. I love Brooke's her little phrases. She's like, no, I do not have time. Just because we're dating Felix does not mean you get a sexual season pass. That. See, Felix is very Dan-esque because he's like, oh yeah, I'll help you. Besides, if I ever want to have sex again, I have to. Haha. I do feel bad for Jules. She's in such a shitty position. And Dan is he is a true predator. I mean, he smells that blood in the water and he just is relentless. It was so nice to see that sisterly moment between Haley and Taylor. It's nice to know they still have the sisterly love in them for each other. Oh my god, the tension in the room when Keith tells Lucas that he asked Jules to marry him. It's just like the look that Lucas and Jules give each other. It's like, oh man. Oh, I feel so bad for Keith. The whole thing with Brooke organizing the crabs and, winning that battle at that terrible job was very much foreshadowing to her business acumen later, coming down the pipeline in later seasons. I like that foreshadowing. Keith asking Lucas to be his best man, such an awe moment. And of course, Lucas finally decided to take the test. And Anna taking her step on the profile is really a step for her, instead of men or women either. Seeing Haley and Nathan kissing and holding hands, it's so sweet, but it's bittersweet because it's like, she didn't tell him. And then like, Chris Keller does another instant message, and Taylor sees it and just says, "I'm in love with my husband. Stay away." And I know she meant well, but I always felt like that was just like it was just a ticking time bomb. The whole thing, Aw, you can hear the fear in Lucas's voice when he tells his mom he took the test. It's like she's so relieved, but he's so not. Brooke signing up to run for student president is just great because that's, again, more foreshadowing for where she goes eventually. Dan going to Lucas and being like, "You and I are the only ones that know about Jules." It's so crazy to me because it's like, I mean, not only is he keeping a secret from Keith, but it's like the fact that he's keeping it kind of with Dan it's just like, it's going to be such a double betrayal to Keith. Like, it's just, ugh. And, Dan knows that. He knows that. But this episode is just so much going on. It's so juicy and so crazy. And drama, drama, drama. Thanks for being here, guys. I'll see you next week.